Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second draft of day 2 of the Arena Open. The way this draft works is because I went 4-0 in my first draft, which you can already find on my channel, I have 2 lives. If I get to 4 wins of matches in this draft, I get $2,000, and I play until I either get those 4 wins or take 2 defeats. So it's going to be a high-stakes draft. I'm going to be doing my hardest to win, and if you do enjoy this sort of high-stakes limited content, let me know in the comments and hit the like button. We're going to be diving in here. Okay, we have opened up a rare land, which is not exactly what you're looking for in this sort of situation. I have been having success drafting blue recently, but mostly because it's been wide open, so I'm not going to force myself into it by taking a Jitaxian Raptor here. This pack is actually really bad, and I'm going to take Hex Gold Hoverwings out of it. It plays really well with the equipment shell that you can oftentimes assemble in this format if you're playing red-white. And it's just a fine card on its own, but not really a great pack here. I would have loved to open one of the really strong rares. Not that there's an insane number of those, but opening a really strong rare would be nice. But this just leaves me flexible because I'm not locking in after pick 1. If this wasn't in the pack, I would probably take the Raptor. But this pack is very weak. We'll see how many of these 5 blue cards wheel. There's 3 green cards. But really just none of the top commons in this pack. So it's really weak other than Raptor being a top blue common. So we're starting with Hex Gold Hoverwings. The person next to me also opened up a rare land. That's funny. So here, conventional wisdom might say to take Planar Disruption. But I don't think Planar Disruption is as good as it might seem in this set. Just because it gets punished a lot. So you want them, but even though I have Hex Gold Hoverwings, I'm not locked into that. And I think Vorak is just much better as a card than Planar Disruption. It just advances your game plan and is more proactive, whereas this was more reactive. Nimrazor Paladin can be good, but it's also a 5-drop, and those are kind of a dime a dozen. I don't really prioritize those. And the Vorak and Nimrazor Paladin are both 2-for-1s, and this one's just significantly cheaper. This one just also leaves me a little bit more flexibility. And if Hex Gold Hoverwings was a really strong white card, like a rare or something, I would slam the Planar Disruption. But this card's mediocre, and I think Vorak is probably just better than Hex Gold Hoverwings. So instead of locking into white here, I'm just going to take a green card. There's also 4 green cards here. They took an uncommon out of this pack, so not a huge signal, but we're going to take the Vorak here. Okay, pick 3 rolls around, and we're already seeing that blue might be open in this draft. And the reason I say that is because there's 4 blue cards here. They took an uncommon and a rare, though, so not a huge signal point. But I do think Watchful Blister Zoa is a nice top-end card, but expensive cards are kind of a dime a dozen, as I said. Meldub Strider is pretty decent. I think Mandible Justiciar is a pretty good card. It goes well with Hex Gold Hoverwings as an artifact that triggers it. I could try to build some sort of artifact deck. The red cards, the green card is not one I'm going to take. The red cards are nothing spectacular here. And so I think blue is a good spot to potentially end up, and then the white cards are pretty reasonable. The blue cards are very expensive, so I'd rather just lock up a 2-drop here. If I was to play blue, blue-white is a good place to be. But I still don't regret not taking the Planar pick, because I think green is also a pretty nice color, and it pairs well with a lot of things. Okay. Here, Blade of Shared Souls has done some work for me in the past. It's been a reasonable card. There's another Mandible Justiciar, which goes well with the Mandible Justiciar I already have. We are seeing some green cards here, however, though. So there's a Predation Steward, Plague Nurse. I don't like Plague Nurse, though. I think Steward is much better. But Mandible Justiciar can play well in white-red, and we see a Bladegraft Aspirant as well. If that sort of thing wheels, that would play nicely. But I think I'm just going to take the Justiciar, keep locking up good 2-drops here. Charge of the Mites is a little bit clunkier than I would like, though it does play well with Justiciars because it gives those 2 pumps. But we might wheel a Chrome Prowler. Probably not going to wheel the Blade just because it is a rare. But getting a Justiciar is nice here. Okay, and now we see Unctus's Retrofitter. This card is really good in artifact decks, and seeing this card this late is definitely an indication that blue-white artifacts could be open. Definitely, I don't regret taking the Contagious Vorak, but the Vorak pick isn't working out because it looks like white actually is open. At the time, it was kind of hard to tell that, because it was pick 2. And I don't think Hex Gold Hoverwings is overwhelmingly good, but Unctus's Retrofitter, definitely a great pickup here for us. There's Ambulatory Edifice, which is also a good card, but Black-White cares more about doing, toxic stuff, so our Mandible Justiciars wouldn't have a great home there. Whereas this card fits really nicely into our artifact kind of deck. This land can also do good work in good sim situations, but I'm happy to get the Retrofitter. Okay. And now we see some red. There's Cacophony Scamp. There's a Centurion, a Volshock Splitter. There's also a Gitaxian Raptor and a Gold Warden's Helm. I don't think Raptor is as necessary, but I also don't think I would like to play Gold Warden's Helm. So I think I might take the Raptor over the Helm, because I don't have any crazy artifact synergies, and I don't think this card's very good. And I do think the blue could be open. Scamp is a good card, so I could see myself taking this. And I'm seeing a decent amount of red cards late for a red-white equipment deck. So I'm going to leave my options open and take the Scamp here. Because in blue-white artifacts, I don't really care about the Raptor either. Okay. Now I get a Eye of Malcator, which plays great with artifacts. And there's also a Bladegraft Aspirant. So I'm seeing the late artifacts, I mean late red cards and late blue cards, but Justiciar plays really well with Eye of Malcator type stuff. So we have some flexibility here in case we open up some crazy card in pack 2. We're about to start seeing what wield, but currently we're seeing late red cards, and it looks like blue-white artifacts is open as well. Okay, Against All Odds can do good work in the right shell. Tamio's Logbook can also be a really good sideboard card for a blue-white artifacts deck. I generally don't find that card to be insane, but we do have a Hex Gold Hover Wings, which does make Against All Odds more appealing. So I think I'll take Against All Odds. Because if I get a couple more of the equipment artifacts, I could play those. Whereas Tamio's Logbook is a very niche sideboard card because the format is so fast. What wield? Okay. We wield Resistance Reunited. We wield Orthodoxy Enforcer. I don't really like these blue cards. And I don't really want the combat trick, so I think I will just take the Orthodoxy Enforcer. We don't currently have any... I guess it's not an artifact itself, which is a bit of a knock. I'll just take the combat trick. You never know when you'll need one of those. Relatively late Ichorspit Basilisk. There's also a Sawblade Scamp. Insight. I'll take the Basilisk just in case I open up a crazy card or of some kind. And now I'll take Blister Zoa. So I'm leaving myself options. I'm definitely playing white, but I'm either pairing it with red, blue, or green. Green hasn't seemed very open, but that could change. And we got the last pick Gold Warden's Helm, which is one of the reasons I wanted the Against All Odds in case I got one of these. Pack 2, great pickup here. We get a Ossification, which is just a good removal spell that fits into my white deck. This card is not playable. We're not playing black. We're still picking our second color, but it's most likely to be blue or red, I would say. Because we did see some late red cards and actually some late blue cards. The green, we saw like one Ichorspit Basilisk, so we're not really looking to move into green unless we open up something crazy. But white is kind of the color of choice for us. And, yeah. Let's see. I do think Basilica Skullbomb can fit well into, like, artifact strategies. Okay. Okay. So here there is an Evolving Adaptive as arguably the best card in the pack, but green did not seem open in pack 1. There isn't a good blue card. The rare is missing, so this pack, there's not a good white card for me to take, because I'm not taking Leonian Lightbringer. I could just take a Dune Mover as a 2-drop that I'm guaranteed to play that's also an artifact. Because I'm not playing black. I could also just take a Furnace Strider. I think this is the best card, but I also think green is the least open, so I would only move into green for like a crazy rare. Dune Mover is tempting, because I don't have a ton of 2-drops right now. Furnace Strider is also tempting. There's not really a good blue card. I'm going to take Furnace Strider. I don't think Dune Mover is particularly spectacular. Okay. And then we get Rebel Salvo. There's Blade Graft Aspirant, probably not going to wheel. There's Tablet, which I don't think is great. There is Indoctrination Attendant, which is a good white card, but Rebel Salvo is like an incredible red card. We did get some late blue artifact synergy cards, but red-white can also play well with artifact synergies. And missing out on an Indoctrination Attendant for like an A+, not A+, but like really good removal spell is fine. And now we get a Hex Gold Halberd. And at this point, I think we're just going to commit to playing red-white. So we're in pretty good shape here. We've got good 2-drops. This combat trick actually plays really well in our deck. Okay. What do I want to take here? I'm probably going to take a white card, and I'll probably just take the Indoctrination Attendant. I don't really want to play the Orthodoxy Enforcer, and Indoctrination Attendant plays well with the equipments the same way Against All Odds does. I don't think the Flesh Cutter is very good. Charge of the Mites is interesting, but when you don't care about Toxic or making the Mites, it's just kind of a clunky removal spell. I do like Lethal Demolition in these decks, because you can destroy one of your equipments and then just kind of make the 3/1/1s, which can often be put to good use. I'll take the Attendant. So far we have 3 good 2-drops. 5 creatures, 8 non-creatures, but this is a creature. This card plays well with equipments. There is an Eye of Malcator here. There's an Ichor Plate Golem. There's a Leonin Lightbringer, which goes well with the equipments. I'm probably going to wheel this, though, so I think I'm going to speculate on the Eye of Malcator, because I could still switch back, because I have some good lanes into blue. Because the blue-white deck is probably the best of the blue-white decks. And I don't need this card, and I don't need the Leonin. And I don't want the land. And now there's a Fuseling, which I love as an aggressive card. Wears equipments well because of Trample. Plated Onslaught can go really well in this sort of deck. Especially with Gleeful Demolition. But I'm just going to take the Fuseling. I do wish I could get a Plated Onslaught, probably, though. We're just going to jam the 1-drop. There's a Lightbringer. There's a Basilica Shepherd. I think I'll take the Shepherd over the Basilica Skullbomb. I'll take the Shepherd just because it's a good top-end card. I do like having it. It just like makes a bunch of bodies. Wouldn't mind the Lightbringer. And now we get a Volshock Splitter. Free from Flesh is good with specifically Fuseling, but nothing else in my deck. And Volshock Splitter can play well if I get some other equipment synergy pieces. And plays well with Against All Odds and stuff. Okay, now we get a Lightbringer. And we got the Aspirant to wheel, so that's really nice for us. Forge Hammer Centurion can be playable. I could also just take 1 Autonomous Furnace. I think I'll just make sure I lock up 1 copy of a tap land, just in case I want one. I don't want Complete Devotion. It doesn't do anything in my deck. Okay, so I got the 2 tap lands if I want them. Boom! Rewarded to the max. This rare is actually unreal. Shout out to all the people the first time I saw it and passed it, and people were like, man, this card is really good. Why did you pass it? And it actually just wins games. Our deck is in prime position to take advantage too. I'll just put this in for now, but we could even potentially wheel this Volshock Splitter. This is a really good card, and it can win us games all by itself, which is excellent. What we're looking for this pack is a couple more 2-drops. We currently have 3, which isn't exactly where I'd want to be. But we have 2 good 1-drops, 3 good 2-drops so far, and we have some really good power in our deck. So we're just going to jam Urabrask's Forge and then hope for the best. Okay, now we get a Hex Gold Slash. Excellent removal spell, can keep us in the game early. There's nothing else even close to it in this pack. Duelist of Deep Faith is a 2-drop that we would play, because First Strike is good with the equipments and stuff like that. But we're probably going to wheel Shrapnel Slinger, which is also just totally a reasonable card to play for us. And then Plated Onslaught might wheel also, because nobody really wants that card. There's 3 2-drops in this pack, so we'll probably be able to wheel one of them. Hopefully. Okay, here Hex Gold Hoverwings is tempting, but I am going to take the opportunity to snap up a Planar Disruption, I think. How many equipments do I have? I have Halberd. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could take the Hex Gold Hover Wings. I have currently for removal options this, Rebel Salvo, Ossification, so I don't really need more removal. I guess I'll just take the Hex Gold. It makes all of my equipments better, and I have quite a few of them. But I do lack early game a little bit. Yeah, I'll take the Planar Disruption. If I had more 2-drops, I would have taken the 4-drop, but you just need to make sure you have 2-drops. And now here, this is a great pickup, the Engraver. Getting another 2-drop, as I said, that's one of my weaknesses. If I had more 2-drops, but I feel like I might have to Planar Disruption on turn 2 sometimes. Okay. Do I try to wheel this card? Because Bladegraft Aspirant is really good. Dune Mover is also just a 2-drop. And I need some 2-drops. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops right now. I would love a Bladegraft Aspirant, but I do also just have 3-drops that I can play. And so I'll just take the 2-drop. Okay, I don't think this card's particularly good. This has affinity for equipment. So it costs 7, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to make it cheaper. I'm just going to take Hazardous Blast instead. And another Axiom Engraver. And now I have 6 2-drops. Which is pretty much where I want to be. Oh my gosh, we got the Equipment Payoff card. Nice. I'm actually still happy with this Planar Disruption pickup, even though I did get enough 2-drops. Gleeful Demolition. I don't want the Magmatic Sprinter. I'll take Blazing Crescendo. Give myself a combat trick. I don't think I want to ever play 2 Gleeful Demolitions. Though I think the first one has potential. Usually. I don't really want the Gleeful Demolition. I'm not going to play it. Perfect. I got the Plated Onslaught to wheel. Perfect. Don't love Sawblade Scamp. Reservoir is only good with the Forge. I'll take the Scamp, though. I could play the Centurion. I'll put it in for now. I'll just put in all my cards, and then I'll, make the decision at the end. Why did I just said that, and then I took out cards. Gosh, this red-white deck ended up pretty sweet. Okay. I guess the Reservoir does have synergy with the Axiom Engravers. But I don't think that's enough to be worth playing it. Okay. So, our deck looks really good. It's very low to the ground. We're not... How many artifacts do we have? 8. I'm not going to play Orthodoxy Enforcer. I have just much better options. I could also consider cutting Basilica Shepherd. And I will cut that. I just don't want that many 5-drops. I think Plated Onslaught plays well with Basilica Shepherd, but I also might cut this. I'm going to cut the Sawblade Scamps because I think 2 1-drops is good. I have 2 really good 1-drops. And then I have the Hex Gold Slash. Gleeful Demolition's interesting. It plays well with Plated Onslaught. But I'm not sure if I really need the Gleeful Demolition plan, so I could just cut both of these and the Plated Onslaught, and then bring it in if I'm playing against an Artifacts deck. Let's look at my 2-drops. Resistance Reunited plays really well with my equipment's combat things. And I think that's the only combat trick I wanted, which is why I didn't really care about getting a Blazing Salvo. 4-Chamber Centurion is not one that I'm interested in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops. So I'll just cut this guy. And then I have one more cut to make, but I could also just cut a land. I'm slightly heavier red. Makes sense. So I could cut Fair Basilica and the Autonomous Furnace. And just go 8-8, because I do have the Engravers to help me avoid flooding. And I have this to make sure that I don't miss my land drop and stuff. I think I'm going to run it like this. Very low to the ground deck. I feel like I'm not missing out on any of my powerful cards. I have a great sideboard plan for certain matchups. I can even just bring this in if I need it, like Gleeful Demolition plus Plated Onslaught. Gleeful Demolition is pretty good if you're playing against like a deck that cares about, like, has a bunch of X1s too. Like, I can really punish X1s, and I can just bring in this package of cards that's really like a nice little extra win con. But I think for now I'm playing all my best cards. And I don't really want to blow up my own artifacts because it messes with my Indoctrination, Tendant, and Against All Odds synergies. But if I didn't have those, I would probably be more likely to. Okay. This is the deck that could win me a bunch of money, so I'll see you folks in the games. If you have been enjoying my videos, you can help support the channel by becoming a patron at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a crowdfunding site where you, the viewer, can chip in to help support the creators who you enjoy so that they can continue making the content that you like watching. And so if you're interested in Patreon, you can gain access to some cool rewards while also helping the channel grow and thrive. Special thanks to those who support the channel at the credits level. But without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. We have lost the die roll, but our opponent mulliganed, and we have an incredible curve out here. 2-drop into 3-drop, both of them rares. And then we can take over. And we even have a couple of equipments. Blue-white, okay. I might just trade this off. If they play like an Eye of Malcator, I will trade this off. But for now, I'm not going to. That's unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. But I'm not going to play around this card in a blue-white deck. But I will play around it in games 2 and 3. And I do have Against All Odds to get that card back at some point. I'm playing this because it's a 2-3, which is the most relevant body. I wish I could play the 4-drop this turn, but I just feel like the 2-3 is going to trade better. Or at least block this guy. And then next turn I can play the Attendant as another good blocker. I really want to draw a land here. Huge. Huge. Great shape here. This card's going to keep drawing us cards. And this is exactly a matchup that we're going to just destroy them in because we have so much artifact removal. If we win game 1, I think we're very likely to win this match. Okay. They can only shrink one of my guys. I really want to keep drawing cards so I can find an answer for the Shepherd. Next turn I can play the Attendant, bounce this Gold Warden's Helm, play the Attendant. If I win game 1, I'm in such good shape here. And the Jor is drawing me an extra card every turn. I have a lot of outs. I also have two Mandible Justiciars that can gain me life. And gain me a lot of life because of the Volshock Splitter. I've got a couple of removal spells that can kill the Shepherd. Chrome Prowler, sure. I have a few draw steps, as long as they don't play another flyer this turn. And this is drawing me extra cards. I think I'm in okay shape here. So I've got a 3/4 to block, a 2/2 to block. I'll have a 2/1. I don't really care about these individual points of damage, because all that matters is if they can deal 3 to me. And I'll have 2 blockers, so I can block this guy, and take 5 and go to 1. And this will let me hit them for 4, 8, 11. And I have to be aggressive to give myself a shot here. Considering the fact that I've not drawn well down the stretch here. I'm flooding out pretty badly. If I'd drawn a Mandible Justiciar this turn, I would have really good odds of success here. This gives me Hazardous Blast as an out to win next turn, probably. 3, 6, 10, 12, 14. Yes! Oh my gosh, that's a huge game 1 win. That is a huge game 1 win. You got to be aggressive in those situations. I drew the out. That would have let me technically live at like 1 or whatever it was. Okay, so this is easy. We bring in the 2 Gleeful Demolitions. Which is just 2 kill spells, essentially. We're going to be using them on their creatures, so we don't want the Plated Onslaught. Hazardous Blast seems good against them. Because they have a bunch of Mandible Justiciars and X1s. My gosh. My deck is so well suited to beat them. Winning that game 1 is huge. Okay. And then I'll take out a couple of my clunkier options. Those are the 4 cards I'm mostly thinking about. Dune Mover, maybe. But I just want all my 2-drops, probably. I'm going to cut Dune Mover and Leonin Lightbringer. Does Furnace Strider even line up well? They have Counterspell for my expensive guy. I'm going to keep in Dune Mover just so I can have a lower likelihood of something going horrifically wrong. You just need to make sure you have a 2-drop to block their 2-drop, and I think I win late game against them because of my incredible amounts of removal for their stuff. Okay, that's an easy mulligan. And this is a keep, but I'm not happy about it. Is it a keep? I need to draw a land. I'm going to go to 5. Okay, this is much better. Okay. No need to do anything crazy. I'll be able to gain the life back with this guy. Beautiful. As soon as I play a land, I'll play Volshock Splitter. This thing will be a 3-2. Yep. I'm going to Rebel Salvo there. Basilica Shepherd. Because all I really care about is flyers. If this game goes long, my equipments are going to help me carry the day, I think. Mulling to 5 is not ideal, but I'm not going to be drawing lands past land 4 for a long time. And if I draw a land, I can just play this Volshock Splitter. I really hope they don't have another Basilica Shepherd, though. That's not good. Oh, thank goodness. They're not bouncing the Basilica Shepherd. I really need a land here. That's a good option, too. Getting to do this right after they play their Indoctrination Attendant is pretty good. As soon as I play the Volshock Splitter, this game immediately becomes much better. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Oh, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. That's really, really bad. If I draw a Hazardous Blast, this game is mine. And as soon as I have my 4th land, I'll be able to start digging for it. I'm actually going to ditch the Resistance Reunited because I just need to start hitting my lands. And the Combat Trick doesn't do much for me here. Mulling to 5 has really not been good for me, has it? They have a Serum Seer. But game 3, I'll be on the play. If a game 3 is necessary. I guess I messed up by using my passivism instead of my kill spell. They're trying to figure out what to use removal on, I think. Sure. I take 3, 7, 8 damage. We're so in this game. We have 3 lands, they have 6. Our mulligan means nothing. We have 2 reasonable spells in our hand. As soon as we draw 1 land, this game is back on. Heck yes. They are afraid. I don't know what their last card is. Okay. They're going to bounce their Mesmerizing Dose, probably. So I can lock down my Justiciar. Okay, that's fine as well. Okay, so now if I have a lot of draw steps to kind of find my board wipe here. And this costs 3 to equip. Okay. That's unfortunate. Really? I think we're favored here. We have the ground covered. We're only taking 1 a turn. And we have this life linker, which we can eventually just use to gain 4. And we have this engraver, so we're not going to draw lands. Gosh, can you imagine how good the blast would be here? Hazardous blast. Every draw step is just like, if I draw blast, I win. I just kill 6 things. If I draw a land, I'm in good shape. If I draw a spell, I'm in good shape. Because I can cast, like, everything. I'm actually going to play the land if I draw it, so I can equip and attack and have resistance reunited up. Gosh darn it! The one card that can beat me, of course it is. Okay. We got rid of their flyer. Unfortunately, we had to use Jorkadine to do it, but I'm going to get rid of the Dune Mover here. With the Engraver when I get the chance. They have 3 cards in hand, but we have Hexgold Halberd that we can put onto the Justiciar and gain even more life. Gosh, 2 Basilica Shepherds. Super annoying. Jorkadine died for a good cause, though. I needed to get rid of their flyers. It just gives me way more time to find my Hazardous Blast, to find my Furnace card, or whatever I need. And they only have 12 minutes left on their clock. That's crazy. I have 22 minutes. They've been playing this very deliberately. That's a good draw. And I get to develop another blocker, which is nice. I feel like they might have the cat. Even if they do, killing their 3/4 is good for me. And I gain another 4 life. Okay. Their guys are all toxic, so I can't let myself get hit by too many things at once. But the 3 blockers from the Goblin thing are really good for this. And Hexgold Hoverwings will give me a flying blocker, finally. Okay, they do have the Chrome Prowler. Sure. I have 5 blockers for their 1/1 tokens, which is all I care about now, because my life total is pretty much secure. If I attack with everything, I could die to these. I'll just attack with these 2. And Scamp wins me the game next turn. I put the splitter on him. Yes! Got the win. Huge victory. Mold to 5. Doesn't even matter. Let's go. Huge win. Huge win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We lost the die roll again, but we have a keepable hand. Hoping they don't get off too fast at the start. Boom. 2-drop was just what we needed. Especially this one, because then we won't flood. That was a great draw. Excellent. I love seeing cards that die to my Hazardous Blast. blocks. I'm going to discard this extra mountain to my Axiom Engraver. I only have one 5-drop in the entire deck. Actually, maybe I don't need to do that yet. I might want the 5th land. Because I'll probably play Volshock Splitter and then Hazardous Blast plus Hexgold Slash on a turn. Could be really good. Although I will probably draw another land over the course of the next few turns. So using this before it dies or something could be good. I hope they don't equip the Gold Warden's Helm. That would be bad. Because then my Hazardous Blast gets a little worse. Okay. Gonna give it flying, I assume. No idea what that was. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? They just suicided their guy. If they play another 1 toughness creature here, this game is going to end very quickly. And I'm going to end up in a very good spot. I'm going to send back this Plains with the Engraver. Also, another matchup where I'm going to bring in my artifact kill spells because I've already seen 2 targets. Justiciar and Skitterfang are both worth killing. Okay, well, this game is over. They have 4 spells in hand, but I have way more creatures in play. If they don't hit a land drop here, they might not be even able to play anything. Okay, sure. So they did have a land. Sure. Might be greedy trying to get a big hit in with this Justiciar instead of just trading it here. But I feel like it's my win con to give it flying. It's my destiny. I gained a huge life buffer there. Still drain. They can only hit me for 4. I'm going to do it. They're going to gain the life, but I can just equip and win anyway. So they'll drain me for 2 because of the Vran. Boom! Got the win. Let's see. Do they have any cards that I really need to know about? They have, like, Bardiche, Helm. They have the Skitterfang and the Justiciar. I don't know why it says every card is new. It's weird. Okay. One Gleeful Demolition in. One Leonin Lightbringer out. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in both Gleeful Demolitions because it's not even a dead card. It's just because I can kill my own equipments with it. But I only saw a couple of targets, and I don't want to get stuck with both of them in my hand. At least not right now. Still. Okay. This is a big game for me. I've been on the draw in all of my games, pretty much. I've won every game so far from the draw. Gosh, this is intense. I feel like I've got my plans. My Justiciars have been incredible. The Hazardous Blast there just took them out. They're doing a lot of work on their sideboarding, it looks like. Tinkering, tinkering, tinkering. I don't normally like to have a bunch of dead space in my videos, but sideboarding, you gotta do it. And I feel like I did my sideboarding, and I just take a second to decompress after that game. They don't have any crazy cards. No instance to speak of that I saw. Just gotta get this going. Sure, they'll choose to go first. Okay, another mulligan for me. this is a good hand, though. I'll get rid of my most expensive card. Actually, I'll get rid of the Dune Mover. I don't really want the Dune Mover. Attaboy Fusling. Way to show up when you're needed. Ooh. Ho 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 ho. Gosh, this chair is garbage that I'm sitting in. Okay. Doesn't go to the graveyard, so Fusling doesn't get to see it. Feels bad, man. Hopefully they play their lion thing. Perfect. So I can get rid of it with Ossification and then bounce Ossification back to my hand. Because Indoctrination Attendant lets me return it. So that's a really good piece of value for when I'm on a mulligan. Okay. The game will slow down a little bit. We're both at 20. I feel like I'm in good shape. My equipment's giving me a good late game. I've got my Forge I can draw, which is a good late game. I've got this Attendant, which is going to get me my removal spell. I have a couple of removal spells. I'll do it. If they kill it, my Fusling becomes a 2/1. Sure. It's a 1-for-1, and my Fusling gets bigger. My Intendant could bounce my Helm, but I think it's way better to get the removal spell back. Bardiche, sure. I've got a nice double block set up. Keep forcing them to use their combat tricks. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't... okay, they used a combat trick. Perfect. Not the best combat trick for me to see there, to be honest. But my guy continues to grow. Excellent. Not going to let them trade with this guy because he's going to die for free next turn. They might turn their Mycosynth Gardens into a Skitterfang just so they have an extra 2/2 in play. Wow, they take him down. Interesting. They're in top deck mode, and I have 2 removal spells. No blocks. That's crazy. I can't believe that worked. Oh, man. Wow. Vanish into Eternity has a very narrow window to be good there, and it was very good there. Pretty unfortunate. I've also used both my engravers, so now it's just top deck mode. Shoot. And they have better equipment out than me right now, so they kind of have the late game right now. Super unlucky that they had Vanish into Eternity. Because that card would have done... I guess it would have killed my creature. Okay. I would love to draw a kill spell. But I've kind of used all my kill spells. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good. Okay. That was a good draw. Sure. So they have Complete Devotion, Offer Immortality, Vanish, Anoint, Charge. They have a lot of instants. Kill that guy, because he's going to be a huge problem for me. And this way they don't have a creature to copy with their gardens. Okay, Duelist is also going to be a problem for me. But Duelist can't attack past this guy. Man, this is a close one. The Mycosynth Garden can copy the Mirror and Bardiche, which they can then equip. That's a huge draw. I would love to draw a full Shock Splitter. They should definitely copy their Mirror and Bardiche. They have so much mana. They don't need their artifact land. Just turns any creature into like a must-kill threat for me. Please just draw another land. Okay. No! Gosh. What a rip. Artifact or creature. So I can flicker my thing and bring back my Intendant, which can then play it again. Or I can bring back an Axiom Engraver and keep drawing. This is going to be a 6-powered creature with 4 toughness. Got him. Definitely not blocking. No! Yes! This is an insane game. I still have Justiciars of my own in my deck, both of them. No! No, 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 no! Well, that's unbeatable. Maybe not. Maybe I can beat it. Okay. Yep, I definitely need to bring in both my artifact kill spells. I don't think this is an artifact. It's not. Gosh, this has been a crazy game. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh, I played that that was a hard fought game. All that can be said about that one. Gonna bring in the extra Gleeful Demolition. I'll take out maybe Furnace Strider. They have so much removal. Just want to stay low to the ground. This thing could be really good, Basilica Shepherd. Because they do not have a lot of flyers. Ambulatory Edifice really makes me not want to have my random Dune Mover. Dune Mover kind of helps me ensure against... I don't know, I'm just going to run like this. I just think Dune Mover is really bad for me. Okay. I replaced my 5-drop, cut a Dune Mover for another removal spell. Okay, Nikolai, you got this. I'm on the play finally, and I hopefully won't have to mulligan again. Gosh. Gosh, this game is intense. I just want a good opening hand. I've had some very, very bad ones. Like, bad as in, like, mulliganing and then reasonable from there, but... And I'm finally on the play, which is huge. I could have a really explosive start. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Great opener. Let's go. 2-drop, 3-drop Hazardous Blast with a Hex Code Slash in the opener as well. I'm definitely glad that that's not a Dune Mover. They could have the Anoint with Affliction. Yep. That's fine. Oh, man. Sure. I hope they don't have offer immortality. I can always Gleeful Demolition my own 1/1 to make 3 1/1s. Always an option. Hoping to use Hazardous Blast to nab a couple of guys. Okay. Then I just want to get a 2-for-1 for my Hazardous Blast. Sure. I feel like they might have multiple combat tricks. Sure. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I get this Basilica Shepherd down, I'll feel like I'll be in really good shape. Because it'll make my Mandible Justicia able to attack very effectively. That is crazy. There we go. If they think I have Hazardous Blast, they might block with both their guys. That's a nice block. That was a good play. I like it. Beautiful. Come on, Drag. They have a land they can sack, and I have my Axiom Engraver with a counter on it. So I'd say the card situation is fairly even, but I have a way better board state. Let's go. Chipped in with this guy because they couldn't block it profitably. Oh my gosh. Oh, they killed the forge. Okay. That's not good. I've gotten through a lot of their Justiciars. Should have equipped last turn. I was thinking of what I could draw, and I was like, oh, it doesn't matter what I draw. But it does. Yes! 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 Woo! That is $500 in the bank. Let's go. Huge! What a win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. It's nice to know that when there is $1,000 on the line, I love to lose the die roll. But we'll keep this hand because we have our forge. Let's hope they're playing a slow deck. Let's go. Also good to know that I always top deck my Axiom Engraver so that my opening hand gets significantly better. I'll play the Engraver because it's more mana efficient. Easy trade. I don't love that, but this thing can kill the guy right there. Which is pretty much what I needed. I need to find another removal spell. Or have him not draw a land for this. Yes, no land. Charge! I'm at 21. I don't think they can kill me. They need to get too much stuff into play. They have an insane deck. Give me a land deck. Almost. If they equip their double strike guy, sure they can do a bunch of damage to me, but I'm just gonna win. Oh no, it has vigilance. Hmm. I just need to draw a land so this Furnace Strider can get rolling. Why does all our creatures have vigilance? This should be game. Because remember, I'm making a guy. Never lucky. But now they can't kill me because they have to give this guy double strike. And I have Menace. So unless they have another one of those cards, I win. And now I win regardless. Yes! Oh my gosh. Well, let's just look at what they have. They have Insane Equipment Deck. Rebel Salvo is the only instant I saw, though. Getting rid of the double strike is super important, though. So we're going to bring in both of these. And honestly, our Hazardous Blast looks incredible in this matchup. We just need to be able to deal with that stupid double strike one. Everything else is very manageable. Gonna cut my Leonin Lightbringer. And my Doom Mover. Because Furnace Strider seems big in this matchup, potentially. They have a bunch of X1s, so Hazardous Blast is incredible. Also, I can use my my Artifact Destruction spells to make 3/1/1s, which also block super well in this matchup. Gosh, that was close. Nikolai on the draw Bolas. We're going to keep this hand. It's super sketchy, though. Can I keep this hand? I don't have both my colors. I think I actually have to mulligan this. This is much better. I'm so glad I mulliganed. Rid of Against All Odds for now. It doesn't combo with any of my cards. Immediate regret. Should've got rid of Plains. Ugh. Planar Disruption can also answer their guy to some degree. Oh, they need a land. But they hit their spell. Feels bad, man. They're missing land drops. When they hit their land drops, though, I'm in trouble. If only they'd hit like a 3-drop there, they would have lost the card. Feels bad. Scamp is pretty good against them. They're almost definitely going to play another guy that Scamp kills, but this is just what I have to do. I need this guy to be a 2-1, I think. Yep. I could have Planar Disruption to hit them. And then I just pick up the Planar Disruption again. They have so much gas in the tank. I need to find some action, but while they're still low on land. Oh my gosh, Hazardous Blast would be so good here. My goodness. Yep. Not the worst trade in the world. Still not the best, though. Because every land they draw is actively super good for them, and every land I draw is actively very bad for them. I'll trade. Try to buy some time. Play one more land, and then I'll hold lands for Axiom Engravers. Gosh darn it. And they're splashing. Interesting. If I kept against all odds, I'd be in such good shape. Gosh, why are they doing it like this? I have no idea why they do that. Okay, they have British. Not good. Not good. Not good. Okay. So they have Blazing Crescendo too. Oh, they also have Mondrak. Wonderful. Well, that's game. Okay. Oh my god. Game 3, game 3, game 3. They have a Mondrak too, eh? Are Flyers good against them? I don't know. Their deck is just so low to the ground. I had my Demolition for that one card, but... Oh my gosh. I kind of want to go for the go wide option. Hmm. All their stuff has Vigilance, so I think this guy's better than the 3/3 and the 1/1s. Okay, this is a good opener. The Axiom Engraver is going to have to do some major work for me, though. Let's go. That's a huge draw. Okay. I can discard this extra mountain. They can't play Mondrak. As long as they don't kill Urabrask's Forge, I'm going to win this game. I've got enough removal to stall for days. And I haven't seen any ways for them to kill it. Sure. That's going to be good eventually. We're going for the combo. Indoctrination Attendant can pick their thing back up. Okay. And I'm going to play the land because if I have 3, 4, 9, 10 damage. So if I can Hazardous Blast for the win and Ossification something too. If I need to. Three, 4, 9. Sure. Yes! We got him. Yes! Woo! Oh. Holy heck. We just won a grand. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh right, there's another round. There's one more round to go. Holy heck. Oh my gosh. We are one win away from $2,000. We've just won 1,000. Let's go. Holy heck. I'll see you folks in the final round. Welcome to the final round. I clutched up, won the die roll in the last round. Let's go. Okay, we have to mulligan this. There's nothing. We can't use 5 lands. This is much better. Keep. Ditch one of the planes. Here we go. We're off to the races. This hand isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. Where were you last turn, Scamp? Play this, because we can play this to make it bigger. Okay, I think we're in good shape right now, so far. And we're against blue-white, so our artifact removal is super good. So if we can win this first game, we'll be a very favored post-board, I think. Okay, Annex Sentry. Sure. good card. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Is Urborest's Forge going to come down early enough to make a difference? If we draw a land, it's good because we have Furnace Strider. I'm so glad we have only untapped lands in this deck. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a good matchup for us. Where are they putting those cards? Where are they scrying? Where are they scrying? One top, one bottom. Okay, so this is rumbling in next turn. Come on, land. I would love a land here. A land would actually be great for me. Okay. They didn't have an artifact, though. I'm saving this as a chump blocker. Shepherd is not great for me, I have to say. This is where I need a big draw. Hex Gold Slash is huge. Because it'll turn this back into a 1/1. Okay. Sure. That's why I've been saving this Scamp, so it can be a chump blocker. If they equip, I think I might have him dead on board. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was a dicey decision. Because I didn't want them to draw like a pacifism or something for my Furnace Strider. We're 1 game away. Oh my gosh. We're 1 game away. Holy, 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 holy moly, holy moly, holy moly. My goodness. These Gleeful Demolitions have been so clutch. Like, my goodness, the best Gleeful Demolitions of all time. Holy jeez. They have the Flyer, they have that guy, they have Retrofitter. Malcator. Hazardous Blast is going to be insane here. I kind of want to bring in this guy. So I'm going to cut Dune Mover. The Leonin Lightbringer that I always cut. And Fuseling's looking pretty bad here. Scamp is good because you can like trade for 2 things, but Fuseling is just like gonna get eaten by like a Toxic Chorus or something. Come on, deck. Come on. This is your chance. Oh my gosh, what a hand. Sure. We're going to save this to try and deal with the other guy, the 2-3. I'll save myself a little bit of life. I don't have any creatures at the moment. Sure. They didn't have enough artifacts to make this card very good last time. We have Rebel Salvo to deal with the Eye of Malcator. We're just playing the control role at the moment. Sure. That'll buy me some time. I don't anticipate getting toxiced out. Sure. They might chump with the chorus. They have 3 cards in hand, but they have 1 less land than me. And I have this Engraver, which is going to filter through 2 dead lands. So I feel like we're very even, and my board state's probably better. Because I have this 4-5. If they have, they don't have double white, so this is fine. I actually blocked that pretty well, because now this thing doesn't die, so I don't have to worry. If I draw a spell here, I'm in good shape. Sure, I'll go to 8 poison here, but I think that's fine. 9, I don't want to go to. 8, though, for 4 damage. Seems worth it. Gosh, I'm going to lose, aren't I? Dang it. I needed to keep my Axiom Engraver around to filter through this land. Dang it! Oh, no. Okay. They got me. Game 3, game 3, game 3, game 3. Redo, redo. Okay. So I'm glad I took out the Dune Mover. And the Fuse guy. I'm just going to keep it the same. This is my game to win. That was just unfortunate. Ugh. I just had an all removal hand when all I needed was like a 2/2 creature. Gosh. If I could have kept the Axiom Engraver around, would I have been able to win, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I wasn't supposed to attack with the 4/5 until I'd used both of my Engraver things. Okay, game 3, game 3. Let's go. We'll live first. What a hand! Let's go! Come on, Forge! Come on, Forge. And they're mulliganing. Oh my gosh, this is our game. This is our game. And blue-white can't really deal with Forge once it's in play. And they don't have a 1-drop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got this, we got this, we got this. Yes, they tapped out. Take me to the promised land. So they are playing a toxic deck. I'm not going to use my Planar Disruption at this point, because I'm going to develop my threats first. And I don't want them to just bounce it back to their hand on turn 4 with that one guy. But I am going to have to Planar Disruption this guy. I just don't want them to just curve perfectly into Indoctrination Attendant. Oh my gosh, they're mana screwed. Oh my gosh, they're missing lands. We're so close. We're so close. We're hitting them for a bajillion damage. They don't have lands. I need them to miss the land and not have Indoctrination Attendant. Don't have the Attendant. Please. Please no Attendant. I'm begging you. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, no attempt. Huge. Oh, gosh. This game is so close. Knife's edge type stuff. Skull Bomb. They can bounce their own guy. Wow. They didn't bounce their own Jawbone Duelist? I can't believe it. This is a 3/3 trample. I should have equipped this thing to him. They take... If they block here, they take 5. Let's just say they double block this guy. This is going to be a 3/3, by the way. So if they double block this guy, then they take 4, 9, 10, 11. If they block here, then they take 5. I'll just blow attack like this. Smart for them to chump block this turn because they won't have the opportunity next turn if I re-equip. Oh my gosh, I'm 9 life points away. I don't know if they can muster up a defense. So they might have +2/+2. Oh no.
Oh, I've made it just in time. Kneel before the Emperor of Kamigawa.
It has trample. Yes!
Focus.
Hazardous Blast is an instant win. Okay, Basilica Shepherd. That's fine. That's huge. I got rid of their flying threat. They'll hit me for 2. I have my lethal attacker from this thing and this can attack. Sure, Augury. I have 10 power of trample coming in if I don't draw anything. I'm at 5 poison. Because there's no way I'm blocking. And now I have a blocker for some of their poison guy. Okay. I don't think they can proliferate me out of the game here. Even 3 experimental auguries. If they have experimental augury, bounce spell. That puts me to 8. That actually kills me. But I don't think they have enough experimental auguries in their deck to do that. Okay. Sure. Oh my gosh, I think this is it. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! That is what happens when you practice and have professional players come and guest on your stream and show you the way. And oh my gosh, let's go! Yes! Oh my gosh, Urabrask's Forge. That's super funny. This is a card that I doubted, and people pointed it out in the comments, like, man, this card is incredible. Why did you pass it? And YouTube comment section, rise up, because I was shown the way. And then I played it in one of my other events, and it was good. And oh my gosh, it carried me here. Up to 9 power. Oh my gosh, let's go! Yes! That is some... That's... Oh my gosh. Yes! Oh my gosh. Let's go! Oh my gosh, that's so huge. 2K, let's go. That's gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh. My goodness. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, in the comments section down below, leave hashtag gleeful victory, because not only am I gleeful myself, but Gleeful Demolition out of the sideboard was absolutely stellar and just won me a bunch of games with making the tokens and killing artifacts. Just hashtag gleeful victory to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. Comment with your questions, thoughts, feedback, words of encouragement, hype comments as well. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this and want to see more high stakes draft videos in the future, and hit that subscribe button so you can catch all of my future videos. If you do enjoy my videos and would like to support my content, you can do so via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It helps me spend the time and energy to make all these videos, and oh my gosh, I'm just so overwhelmed that my outro isn't as crisp, but oh my gosh. But yeah, Patreon's the place to go if you've been enjoying my videos and want to help me do more cool things with my content. You get also a ton of cool rewards like my tier list and access to like bonus content and stuff like that. But man, this is absolutely incredible. We got there. I'm so happy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.